Today on the show, Dangote refinery opens, eyes crude oil from 3 continents as company gets set to meet daily fuel consumption, creates 100,000 jobs, and later on the show, federal government to meet WHO target. I will be hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Gani Kayode Balogun. Journalist Hangout. At the 2023 Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal in Abuja. Well, the chairman of the tribunal, Justice Haruna Samani, has dismissed the application. Labour Party lacked merit. Well, in a unanimous decision, the panel held that the order sought by the petitioners was outside the scope of the petition, adding PDP and LP's application for this will, take any shape. But first off, what's your take on their request initially?
Because even right now, Abba witnesses should give their testimony secretly. And somebody will shoot them, will take their lives. It's the same, that's the same scenario can happen in his wife and children could be wiped out. There's a possibility. When during the NSAS riots, went to his village and killed the man who testified against him. You think these politicians cannot do it? You think some of the emotional they were to show this thing live. You can see everybody giving key testimony. What is the guarantee that they won't go and be There is no way somebody will go and give a testimony that damages another person's case. And that third term failed because Ken Nnamani decided that the proceedings should be shown live. By the grace of we were the people who advised Ken Nnamani, because he called us and said, see, Obasanjo wants to do third term. What do you advise that I do? This will bring problems. And he called senior editors. He said, gentlemen, tell me, what should we do? We told him, look, in the Senate want it, let the proceedings be televised live so that their constituents will know that those who plan to say we want third term, they changed their minds and started saying no, third term is not good. They didn't want their houses to be burnt. Somebody will appear, he will make a testimony, he gets attacked, you think others will want to come. It's part of the reasons that the judge gave. In any case,
the whole system in some states called the Witness Protection Program, solely dedicated to protecting witnesses from being exposed. There are things more serious about what we are looking for than all this showmanship. Because I don't think anybody with a very serious in the mind of public opinion. You are not targeting the judges. You are targeting your own for validation. You've created monsters that you know will swallow you. If they I want to warn editors as well. Whatever is said in the tribunal is what you should report. Even if you like, put them in quotes. So you too will be It was May 19th, not 29th. And the guy told
Really?
I thought it was deliberate. That's why I went there deliberately to correct him. I know you are enjoying yourself, but it was postponed till 19th, not 20th. 19th, not 20th. The law did not say that. The law did not also not say it. Whatever that means. The senior lawyer, senior advocate will open his mouth after the law says. Which law? Which law are you announcing? If you want to announce law, remove your robe. People don't wear it anymore. Start wearing Ankara to court. That to me.
In the midst of a mounting campaign against the academic staff union of Polytechnics, that's ASUP, has pleaded with the President Muhammadu Buhari to sign into law first, let's quickly get your assessment on this. First of all, why do you think this bill for the abolishment of BSc
People, as a manager of mineral resources, I've interacted with that were far superior in intellect, knowledge, and application of knowledge than those up to level 17 in the civil service is something unnecessary. It's something unnecessary. I can tell you that these who are far better than those who had BScs. It's unfortunate that we can't mention names. Honestly. A girl in that I worked with who ended up working in a cement company. She was the star. She was so good. And my bosses took over her education. They sponsored her. And then we know the girl, especially those that we work together. She's now working with a big cement company in our country. And there are many like that. Polytechnic. If you know some of the quality of their products, some of the people want to university can't match them. University can't match them. This is to get into a Polytechnic. You know?
So, but what
did
will it
very
take?
well.
Apologies there, but what will it take, to ensure that? What will it take, to ensure that?
The person, the HND should be treated as a degree.
Right.
You understand? Mm-hmm. So you are a degree holder. The person who has a BS, the person who has a BSc or a BA. Who are the people living in Abuja? Are they superior to
those living
do they have two heads or two genitals? I mean, these are the things that we should be talking about. These are the things that we should be talking about. That in our country, they've been talking about it for years.
1977.
Take this dichotomy away. Let all of them be
unified.
All of them be
unified.
Yes, let them. It's inferior to those who went to the university, and it should stay like that. Should stay like that.
Now, GKB,
why are people discouraged from going to Polytechnic? It's because they think that, oh, when I
because if you look at the history of the dichotomy, it's so funny. When people say that hell is paved with coup d'etat, is paved with coup d'etat. So they now use the opportunity to put down a change. Of course, I went to the Polytechnic before I went to university. Inka Bola is my roommate. Immediately in journalism right now. But what I'm trying to make is that when the intention was made, it was basically that these are people that will go and use their Nigerian system. The 1 year between OMB and HND was wasted. Basically for people to walk around. I don't know much about $100. I know in London, in some areas, for a mechanic or for a plumber to come to your house is £50.
So are you referring to technical? So are you referring to technical colleges in this?
It's $200. He will not leave his workshop without that money being paid. And that's because he wanted to create a generation of people who aspect has been jettisoned a long time ago. That's why some of our best brains will go outside and they will perform wonderfully well on things that we will throw away. Things that we will throw away.
You need to read
What he writes.
what he writes. Editors of many years standing cannot write like Segunde. And it's a product of a Polytechnic and a footballer for that matter.
So in essence, the Polytechnic and university degree holders, they should be seen as one.
This is the University of Africa. On the streets, you get your real education. Beat and make it lit. They want to test edgy till it is fire. And hers is to find what's new and bussin'. So no matter what your situation, just use your imagination. Use your imagination.
Well, a sort of revolution has burst in the oil and gas industry in Nigeria. The Dangote refinery continents of Africa, Asia, and America. The refinery will deliver a surplus of about 38 million liters of petrol, 38 million liters of petrol, of establishing 26,716 filling stations, creating 100,000 direct and indirect jobs, as well as ask you this directly: how would the Dangote refinery transform Nigeria's oil and gas sector?
The question is, how will it? Costly, because access to Jet A1
Discuss.
yes. So there was a time that they were finding it difficult. that Dangote refinery will crash prices. Let Nigerians know that it will not crash prices. But the importing petrol and those other regulated products. Yes, we had been international price is still what would it will still be sold at the international price. So yes, the price is uniform globally.
So what if?
But because the will go down, the cost of you know, so what we sometimes do is make crude available to the refiners. To reduce, it will help the price to come down. And if we can fix maybe that's true, maybe they lied to me, I wouldn't know. I don't work in the sector. But once we can also fix those refineries, because $16,500 filling stations. That should tell you that Dangote plans to go into retail. Retail business.
Dangote filling station.
Where it will move its refined product for Nigerians to buy. The advantage that we will have is availability. Was cumulatively 38 million liters, per day. That is including
diesel, kerosene, and aviation.
Train, the largest single train refinery in the world. Some people have said it's the largest refinery in the world. I saw 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the 7th largest refinery in the world, but it's the largest single train refinery. And what it means by single train refinery means meant by single train refinery is against those with multiple distillation units. So it has one unit
that will remove the kerosene, will remove
yes,
the
do the distillation. Whereas all those big refineries, the largest single train.
Right.
People need to know this. Because I've had people say, Dangote refinery, largest in the world. Absolute lie. The largest refinery in the world is in India. Refinery in the world is in India. Thousand barrels per day, 1 million, and Dangote does 650,000.
Half a million.
So he can do
a lot more than
like
expected.
2 times. I was in Abuja one day. Somebody came on this program and described Dangote refinery as the largest in the world, and I'm like, come on, this is not true now, you know. Now, you know, the viewer must
along the line with the supplier demand, it might show itself, and we'll definitely go back to the way we were before, looking out for petrol. We don't see them again. We have long queues and all.
Well, this guarantees that there will be availability of fuel across the zone stations, across the country. And the advantage farms or storage facilities, because it's now localized, can now be built at a bigger capacity. So that means if there is any slump, to fall back on for at least 6 to 9 months, if not a year. That to me is the game changer.
when there are even the refinery needs to even
between what we have and what we are going to need. Because our people panic easily. A simple rumor that there's a pothole in front because it will be from the producer.
will make more money.
Because it make money across the board.
You know, talking of making more money, we have these refineries like we had about 3 refineries. Optimally, because we need to have all the refineries, if at all we're to say, okay, we have a Dangote refinery. What about the other refineries as well?
Nothing even stops them from building.
No.
Refineries. We need to fix our refinery. There should be no excuse. Whether Dangote builds 2 types of this one, Yes, one state in the US.
And then imagine what it would do.
So America as a country has more than one. The Kaduna refinery, huh? That is okay. 4. Port Harcourt is 2. Is 2. Port Harcourt is so much from Warri refinery, but what do we have? Just there. You know, so, and we spend so much money, continue to steal them, steal the money, make sure the refineries are not working. They will bring more money for turnaround maintenance. We'll steal again. Much, but they need to lie so that they can make money from what is it called? From no. The higher the level of consumption, that is not scientifically determined. The higher
GKB, what's the way out of this if we're to look at, having our own refinery working for the sake of everyone, and then not for
the true figures will come out. I will know. Because once you know that whatever you bring is what you sell, unless that is done, the fat cats will continue to fleece us. %65% of the entire consumption in Nigeria is due to Lagos and Ibadan access. And then the Abuja-Kaduna access. When people complain about the Nigeria getting loans or getting debt relief, the people will laugh at us because they know how much is coming out. And they know how much you are. Once the tailors are working, once the iron benders are working, people will find something productive to do.
Indeed, sure. How will stop
people from going straight?
The state of Texas in the US has 32 refineries. If one state can have 32 refineries, why should
issue,
yes.
Indeed. Let's quickly move on to our next issue of discussion, where the trouble in the health sector in Nigeria is far from over, but there is a kind of relief regarding Meanwhile, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Professor Issa Pantami, says Nigeria requires additional 363,000 medical doctors. A doctor, attending to more than 5,000 patients. BKO is quite frightening, getting to hear that we
You know, they've been on this matter for some time. As I said yesterday, these demands are more than 2 years. More than 2 years old. They went off strike, I think, in December of that year, and government continued to dilly-dally on their demands. Have eroded it completely.
Right.
And now if we are saying we want doctors to stay here and work, if we are saying we are worried about the rate at which doctors are leaving our country, if you don't have sufficient funds, why should you set up state university in the first place? I think there ought to even be a kind of moratorium on that, because people are just setting up universities. Materials and all that. We don't care about it. We just go and set them up. So they complained that domesticate some of those agreements. For example, residency training. They agreed to residency training after a long don't care about his welfare. He's going to inadvertently kill people. We've seen doctors who forgot suction materials inside the women's they have been talking. Even in January, they said they were going on strike. Eventually, they didn't go. So that's why what we are told has been done now. They are going to give them a pay rise using ASU's template. taken care of. Probably because of that, some people will remain here and work. But
hopefully.
Yes, but
The primary health
people
centers
don't want to work in the rural areas.
centers, yeah.
There has to be incentive to even get what Pantami is saying. People will now 'Number of medical colleges that India has. That's why India is the world's #1 exporter of doctors. They have 5,000 patients to a doctor.
It can be alarming.
It's alarming. It's terrible. That's why health is collapsing now.
It's easily the best teaching hospital in this part of the world. And they are some of the best brains. But they too are going through this. And these are people that normally they have a name between being ordinary doctors and being consultants. And these are people who don't need to go anywhere. Some of the best in the world. Same thing with OAU, something with some of the
As they are coming out of medical college, what is on their minds is to travel. It was not like that before. There was a guy that I met in Benue. He was watching this program. He now sent me a message. He said, "Jide, I'm shedding tears as I write this. I'm about to leave." He was watching. I'm about to leave too.
The one we had in the 60s was essentially
migration. You can't stop.
You can't. Skilled laborers. No, you cannot.
All over the world.
Cannot.
All over the world, they are college. You must work in a public
hospital,
health facility for 3 years before you can even move to a private hospital. And Egypt is one of the places that Nigerians go to for Medicare.
And that also raised the question of medical tourism. Do you think perhaps this also
no health facilities in the first place?
People will not stay here.
So nobody's going to stay behind. No, patriotism is dead. You have to understand that.
You have the money, you go abroad.
Because if you know what you that's how bad to describe the Nigerian medical facilities as we have it. There's an hospital to Jokoro that used to serve basically as the Before, once they are leaving Pakistan, Nigeria is their first place to come. But now most of them prefer to go to Canada or go to England. And our own boys.
Right.
Until we stop them. Yesterday, 2 people left out of 20.
Final thoughts. What are your recommendations if we're to address this issue?
To keep
Our
doctors. Otherwise, we are approaching an emergency situation because no doctors alone that live in pharmacy. Is in crisis. Unless we do our best to improve the lot of the professionals, the health professionals, and even access to training. Some of the training that they need are not here. So those conditions that are making the doctors to not want to stay.
Right.
Consultant, chief consultant,
Right.
more than 20 years ago, person who trained her.
Wow.
They were writing the same exam. Wanted to go.
.11 and join us again on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. We are also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. Many thanks.
It's downright time to speak with the Gen Z perspective.
Hey, chick for me this and you like. Hey, chick for me this and you like. This is.
The Generation Z are ranting.
I'm 3 hours, 2 minutes after the... Minus 3 here, please.